Well, welcome to High School Sports on the Harford Cable Network. I'm Don Morrison, my partner, Kel Barker. Kel, I say welcome to sports, and folks know that we have now been a full year since we had high school sports. How glorious it is to be here at North Harford High School in the sunshine for this girls lacrosse game, C. Milton Wright versus North Harford.
It's wonderful. It's so good to see everybody out and, the girls ready to have some fun.
It should be great. Now, we have to tell folks right away as they see the players being announced that neither of these teams has played a scrimmage. Have they played a play day? Nothing. They've been practicing since March 15th, this being April the 8th, but they have not had a competition at all. So we may see some ragged play as they, get their sea legs underneath them, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. And both the coaches, they were interviewed, gave you when you took some notes. Both of them said they're not sure what they're going to find out, what they have, at least beginning to find out what they have for the rest of the season.
Well, we are at North Harford High School. The temperature's around 65 or so. It'll get a little cooler as the evening progresses. Wind moderate to just a really beautiful day here in Harford County and northern Harford County. Patty Murray, the coach for North Harford, they were 2 years ago. Remember, they did not play last year. They started the season. They had a scrimmage game, and then COVID hit and sports were shut down, so they didn't play a game at all last year. But in 2019, they were 11-6, 9-5, had a really good season. But Carol C. Milton Wright had more than a good season in 2019.
Absolutely, yeah. They were very, very tough ball club 2 years ago.
They won the UCBAC title. They went to the state finals, lost to Westminster state finals, but it must be noted their outstanding senior goalie this year, senior Sawyer Graham, was injured in that before that game, couldn't play, so they had a JV goalie, and they still only lost 12-9. You think about what could have happened, they could have been state champs 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you lose your goalie, and especially if she's a senior and has played well for you, for at least 2, possibly 3 years, that's a tough position to replace.
Carol,
it's an awful lot of pressure to put on a young kid.
Absolutely. We talk about seniors. Remember, last year's seniors did not play at all. They were robbed, not robbed physically, but, they didn't get to play because of COVID.
Right.
Think about football, think about basketball, think about the fall and the winter sports. Didn't get to play at all, the seniors this year. Now these seniors in the spring are getting to play. We're going to now have our national anthem, so let's all honor our country with our national anthem. All right, all set to go now. Our referees today, Tom Brush and Josh Headley. Again, we mentioned the coaches, Patty Murray for North Harford and Faye Brust for C. Milton Wright. Faye Brust, an interesting story. Carol, she was a Division I player at Louisville, All-American. She coached at Furman and Louisville and has now been coaching here for the last couple of years. She's a teacher in Baltimore County. So C. Milton Wright.
She's got a lot of experience to back her up.
And her assistant coach, Sam McGuire, also played for the Baltimore Ride, as did Faye Brush. So they are lacrosse aficionados, if you will. Well coached. Patty Murray, the coach for North Harford, Haley Ford, and Kristen Dawson, her 2 assistants. And so we should have a really interesting game. Talking about C. Milton Wright, Carol, They have 5 seniors back, and most of their senior leadership is in the attack area. Their defense and their midfields are basically young players.
Yeah, and defense, from what I remember about coaching lacrosse, it's been a few years, defense is a little harder to learn, a little harder to get experienced at and expert at. It's different.
And the one thing you mentioned, though, their goalie, Sawyer Graham, back now as a senior. 2 years ago when she was a sophomore, didn't get to play in that championship game. So they do have a senior leadership there. Oh, we should tell you also, by the way, this high school game of the week is proudly sponsored by the APG FCU, a member-owned, member-driven credit union helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow. We thank APG FCU for being on board as a sponsor.
Absolutely. Otherwise, we couldn't have this kind of fun.
Absolutely, just exciting. By the way, Carol, our 27th year on the air for the Harford Cable Network.
That's wonderful.
It's amazing. Who would have thunk it? Back in 1994, we started off with a few games, and with the cooperation of the county, and now with our sponsorship, we are still going strong, or at least going, 27 years later. So excited to see the spring season underway. 13 contests we'll have this year. We'll have girls and boys lacrosse and baseball and softball. All ready to go now. Carol, just a primer, 25-minute halves. Very different game than boys lacrosse. We'll talk about that difference here in a moment. First, you see the draw. As the boys, they put the ball on the ground and they have like a bully for the ball.
Yeah.
Here they call it a draw. See Milton Wright in the dark uniforms going from your right to your left across the TV screen. We'll identify the players for you as we get the opportunity. On the attack, see Milton Wright. Can remember the first game of the year for either one of these teams. That's K.G. Bachkowski, number 1, the senior. She is the star of this team. Bachkowski with the ball. She's going to be the center of everything. She plays midfield as well as attack, so she's all over the field. That number 5 is Katie Roscoe. Katie just a sophomore.
So far, the North Harford defense is...
And there's the goal.
There's the goal. Nice cut.
Yeah, we didn't get to see who that was that made the shot. Maybe they'll tell us in the PA here. So just 24-14, just less than a minute into the game, C. Milton Wright is broken on top. Roscoe with the goal. That comes at 24-14. Looked like it was unassisted. C. Milton Wright goes up 1-0. Well, Carol, you don't want to see that in the first minute of play, and they were all over that goal.
Yeah, they took control very quickly from the draw.
Morgan killed up the senior goalie, unable to make that stop. Killed up a transfer out of York Catholic. She was an outstanding goalie up there and came here last year, of course, and as we know, there was no season last year. See Milton Wright with the ball again.
Again, another ground ball pickup for number 5. That's
Katie Roscoe, that's the sophomore.
It's the gal that just scored. Oh, nice.
Play inside. Oh, good defensive play by North Harford.
Yeah.
It looked like 20. Lydia Casserly had a shot on goal, but wasn't able to get it off. That's Reese Baldwin, number 10, with the ball. Now onto the stick of Katie Roscoe, number 5. Wide on the goal. Carol, I think folks may know that it's the closest person to the ball when it goes out of play who gets it in terms of being out of bounds. So it'll be North Harford ball. Morgan killed up with the ball. Looking to clear, saying, somebody get open.
Yeah, somebody come down here.
Oh, I'm kind of lonely here. But C. Milton Wright is doing a great job of hawking every open receiver.
There's not too many people open.
How long can she hold the ball?
She needs to come on, just bring it on up, I would think.
There she finally gets rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goalie net on her stick, it's good for stopping balls, not so good for carrying it.
No.
Here comes North Harford now.
Whoa.
We talk about no contact, but that's not really true. There is contact, you just can't contact near the head. They're intercepted by C. Milton Wright, taking the pass away. Going down all by herself. That's number 10, Reese Baldwin. Baldwin finally cut off.
It happened so quick, but right here in front of us when that foul occurred, that was one of the rule changes this year. The player with the ball can run with it. It doesn't have to pass
There's
a
an
nice
interception by North Harford. Here come the Hawks,
Yep.
down 1-0.
And nobody's catching up to her right now, so the defense is going to be challenged.
Trying to pick up her numbers. She's taking the ball all the way down.
4? Is it 4?
It's 20-something.
20-something, okay.
Numbers a little hard to pick up, or it looks like it might be Claire McMahon, number 20. 22 minutes left here in this first half. 1-0. C. Milton Wright broke on top. They've been on the attack, and now North Harford, first time they've had the ball. Looks like Kendall Fortune with the ball, number 11. Diving, looking, trying to get the shot off.
There was a foul in there somewhere.
Are they saying it's a goal?
Yep. Yep. The foul occurred, but they foul. They let them play on.
Yeah.
Hawks goal by Lauren Warfield.
Lauren Warfield with the goal, number 29, the senior midfielder. So now we're tied at 1-1, 21-39.
She was the 2019
Here's a
most valuable
replay,
player.
Carol. You'll be able to see how she's able to work her way through and get that ball into the net.
Yeah, that was a nice move. Yeah, she did a good job there protecting that ball.
I interrupted you. You were talking about her past.
Yeah, it's just the notes we got from the coaches. She was the 2019 most valuable player, and it looks like she's one of the co-captains.
And you can see why. She just took that all the way. She was not going to be denied.
Yeah.
Here comes C. Milton Wright on the attack again. Dodging in a goal, and down she goes, but the goal is scored. Boy, what a goal that was.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up the number. Looks like it might be number 5, Roscoe again. Wait till they announce it. That goal at 21-23. Here comes that replay. You'll be able to see it. Looked like Katie Roscoe, the sophomore, number 5. There she is.
Yes.
With the goal for C. Milton, right?
Number 8, they're saying, for the goal. Shelby Sullivan, the freshman.
Yeah. That was a nice move by a freshman.
So Sullivan, number 8, not number 5, with the goal.
When I saw that she was listed on the roster, I thought, if she's a freshman, I hope she's playing because she needs to play. So, you know, instead of, if she's not going to play, then put her on JV.
The JV game was canceled today. They were supposed to have a JV game as well. I'm not sure why, but, you know, with COVID going on, you just never know.
Oh, there's a nice.
Oh, what a nice play.
Nice
It looked
play.
like number 20. Looked like Lydia Castley with the goal.
No, I think it was the little girl, but she, I think it was
20:57 their goal was scored.
I thought it was Roscoe, but I thought
it was Roscoe last time.
Casco was the assist, but I'm not sure. Happened so quick.
Yeah, the PA announcer will
straighten us out.
I hope.
It takes a lot.
We are a little bit of a distance away, so you'll have to pardon us not being able to pick up the numbers quite as well as we'd like.
Yeah, and the monitor is really tough to see in the sunshine.
People don't care about our troubles. They just say, tell us who scored. There you go. Don't trash us away. North Harford gets the ball down by 2 now, 3-1. It was 1-0, then tied at 1. C. Milton Wright has scored
there was
twice.
a new rule right there. The girl with the ball, she could start running now. That's a new rule for 2021.
To speed things up and make the game a little bit more wide open.
Yes.
Carol, you talked about the lacrosse people say it's the fastest game on foot, and it really is. A lot of action out there.
Yeah.
Foul called.
Yeah, that was a check, illegal check, I think. Check to the head.
They really try to protect the head because there is no helmet or any kind of protection other than a mouth guard. So unlike boys lacrosse where it's a combination of football, lots of, rough play, here it's more finesse. North Harford looking to try to get back into the game, approaching the 20-minute mark. Good pass.
Oh my, that was
intercepted.
That was a shame. That should have been.
Here comes C. Milton Wright clearing the ball.
Boy, the girl that missed that pass was shame on her.
Roscoe with the ball. That goes up now to number 1, KK Butchkowski. KK, a senior, 4th year, headed for Salisbury next year to play lacrosse. What a pass just off the stick and intercepted by North
I'm
Harford.
really impressed with how they look for each other.
Especially early in the year with no games before. That's the thing you got to remember.
Yeah.
No practice games, just practice among
No
themselves.
scrimmages, you know, etc.
And Carol, because of COVID, they've shortened the practice. You know, the practice, which used to be 2 hours, now it can be no more than an hour and a half. Almost fumbled away. Retaining possession, North Harford. That's Kendall Fortune, the sophomore, number 11, with the ball. Oh, good play. That's Roscoe has been all over the
She's been
field.
all over the field.
Or C. Milton Wright, number 5. Katie Roscoe's sophomore, also a soccer player. Foul called, North Harford ball. Down by 2. Coming up on the 18-minute mark left here in this first half, 25-minute halves.
Oh, a little push there.
Little push from behind.
Yeah, and he got it. He got it.
You can't do that.
No, you're not allowed to do that. It happens.
It is an exciting game, a very fast-paced game.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a check from behind.
Yeah, checking into the head area. That's a no-no. She's going to get timeout, I think.
Yeah, coming off the field, number 22 for C. Milton Wright. That's Lauren Waite, Lauren, a junior. Her first year playing varsity lacrosse.
Yeah.
So a penalty opportunity for North Harford. They need to score here to try to narrow the score. Shot wide. That shot looks like was taken by number 12, Jody Caden, sophomore. North Harford retains possession. Inside 18 minutes in the 25-minute first half. There was stoppage of play.
Yeah, the person who fouled has to go behind. So that's why the C. Milton Wright girl had to move behind. They're doing a nice job for not having had a lot of practice. They're doing a nice job of passing the ball around.
Yes, they are.
And a nice job on defense. There it is.
And there's the shot and the goal. Try to pick up that number. I like field hockey when they take the puck and they have to bring it back. Yeah, the goal by Rachel Keeney, number 26.
Yeah.
One of the captains of the team is 1730.
Senior.
Here's a replay we're going to see on it. You'll see how Keeney gets that ball right in the upper right-hand side of the net.
She's committed to go to Millersville to play lacrosse next year. So congratulations to her.
3-2 the score now, 1730. We were tied at 1. C. Milton Wright scored 2 goals, and now North Harford narrows it down to 3-2. 17:30 left in the first half.
Now that's the first center draw that North Harford's gotten, and then they gave it back, gave it away.
Taken right away.
Bad pass.
Here comes the Mustangs on the attack. Defending state finalist from 2 years ago.
I think it's the Huskies, isn't it?
It's the Mustangs. It's the Huskies of Patterson Mill. Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's okay.
I'm old. You
they
know.
won't mind.
I'm old, you know.
Yeah. No, you're not. You're mature.
Yes. Well,
you're
yeah,
experienced.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah, that. You may hear the wind coming through our field mic. It is a little windy up here.
A little windy, yes.
And as the sun goes down, it's glad I wore my long sleeve shirt. Credit to Miss Peggy again.
Yeah, she should have called me and warned me. I was busy doing friend duties this afternoon. I didn't even think about it. Helping a friend get medicine and get some other things that she needed, so it's all right.
So you're here, though, in good order.
We're
up
good.
in Pilesville.
Up in Pilesville, yeah.
Beautiful
Lots
area.
of memories. Boy, I used to play and you did too, Don, in that bandbox of a gym where you had to put your foot up against the wall to be out of bounds.
Folks are saying, what are you talking about?
I remember it well.
Yeah, the shot from half court.
Yeah. Yeah, that kid from that made the half court shot for, what was it, Gonzaga?
Yeah.
he ain't got nothing on us.
Yeah, exactly. Except the foul circle was touching the middle court line,
Yes,
so that lets you know. There's another shot
there's
and another
good
goal
shot.
for North Harford. We are tied at 15:35 left in this game. Just like that, it appeared like C. Milton Wright was going to have its way, but the Hawks say no way. We're at home.
Senior midfielder Lily McAtee.
Lily McAtee with the goal.
She's a senior, played on the varsity lacrosse team 4 years. Soccer also in the Honor Society.
Captain, 4-year varsity soccer, basketball in the National Honor Society. And also the French Honor Society, 4.375 GPA. High School Game of the Week brought to you by APG FCU, a member-owned, member-driven credit union helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow.
Draw was picked up by number 22 from C. Milton Wright. Lauren Waite, junior, first year on the varsity. Did a nice job.
You notice, Carol, how they try to extend their sticks because it's the stick that's closest to the out-of-bounds line that gets the out-of-bounds ball.
Yes, right, exactly.
Here come the Hawks. Tied at 3, 15 minutes left in this first half.
That's how you use your goalie. You don't want to make a mistake down here in this defensive end. You want to make sure your passes.
Yeah. C. Milton Wright's been good.
Nice pickup.
Well, that was a
North
nice
Harford
scoop.
gal.
They talk about ground balls in lacrosse, and those are very important. There's like
Absolutely.
50-50 balls.
Another foul against number 20, I think it was, for C. Milton.
Here come the
That's
Hawks, ball
Cassidy.
behind the net. Okay, we ought to mention, too, that the field is 120 yards long. The goals are on the end line, or the goal line, the football goal line, so they're
Right.
100 yards apart. But you can go 10 yards behind the goal.
Yeah,
So the field is actually 120 yards long.
yeah. You actually design a couple of plays, if it's like when I was coaching lacrosse, that, from behind the goal.
Penalty called again. Rough play inside against C. Milton Wright. Was it inside the circle? Will they get another penalty shot? Appears
I think so, yeah.
Can't see who that is, that number with the ball. It could be number 8, Emma Hopkins. Hopkins with a shot. Nice block there by the goalie.
Yeah.
Sawyer Graham.
Yeah,
Shot that ball down low at her feet.
That down low shot is tough to block.
It is.
Because you can't see it, number one. You just sort of saw where it went. And hope you get your cross there.
And the Mustangs with the ball. Looking to try to take the lead. Coming up on the 13-minute mark left in the first half.
See, the goalie's stance is, they're well coached because they've got their stick up to try to prevent the pass over their head, especially when the ball is behind them.
K.K. Bechkowski, the senior, 4th year from Salisbury. Or going to Salisbury. Nice save there by the goalie. Goalie Morgan Kildup. Interestingly, North Harford is going to alternate goalies. They're going to have Kildup the first half and then bring in Alyssa Edwards, a sophomore.
That was a goal, Don.
Oh, they did make the goal. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thanks for catching that.
Yeah, and I think it was the little gal, the dark hair ponytail there.
The
I think it was
dark-haired
Cassidy.
ponytail.
I think it was Castley, number 20. Lydia Castley, senior, I think. One of them little girls running around.
We'll wait for the confirmation. So we do know it's 4-3 with 12:51 left here
Right.
in this first half. C. Milton Wright back in the lead.
Nice grab.
Here come the Hawks with the ball, looking to try to tie it.
Yeah, ground balls and draws are so important because it gives you ball control.
Yeah, like turnovers in basketball.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's whoever wins that offensive rebound or turnover battle. Frank Mazzanotti tells me that this game, the men's game, is as close to basketball as anything else, with all the picks and rolls and those
Yeah.
kind of things.
Yes, it is, especially offensively. Yeah, offensively it's very much like basketball.
Good passing. Look to try to get the shot off. Nice shot stop by the goalie.
Yeah, yep.
Good job by Sawyer
done.
Graham. 12:05 left here. We never did get that goal that C. Milton Wright scored, but we'll try to get that for you at halftime.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a great pass, and what a point-blank save by Sawyer
Yeah,
Graham.
beautiful, beautiful offense and great goalie defense.
That's where your senior goalie comes
Nice.
in. Out of bounds. Notice the blue line is the out of bounds, unlike in football where that white line where you see the hatch marks. It's the blue line that's out of bounds. A bit wider than the
Yes.
football field.
Yep. A lot of territory to cover.
It is that. But they're young. They can run all day, huh?
Yeah.
Remember those days, Carol?
Yeah.
No, I can't remember. Too long ago.
Not in my memory bank.
11 minutes left here in this first half. Exciting first half. Well played by both teams, considering it is their
Yeah,
first time.
I'm very pleased.
Yeah.
I think their coaches should be pleased.
Yeah. Both of them say, hey, we don't know what we're going to see. We could see good play or we could see not so good play. Intercepted by North Harford. They still have it. Down by a goal.
See, there's that ground ball pickup. That's so important to have somebody there to pick that ground ball up if you lose it. Yeah.
Oh, nice defensive play. Remember this defense for C. Milton Wright, if there is a weakness, it is the fact that they are brand new. They have their strength on the attack in terms of
that was an illegal
experience.
check, stick check. So it's another
Another
free position, yeah, for North Harford.
And that's the goal, and we have a tie. Carol, my eyes are not being able to pick up the goal. Number 26, we're told, for North Harford.
Kinley, right? Rachel Kinley.
Yeah, Rachel Kinley, the captain of the team,
Senior captain, yeah.
Here's a replay. You'll see Kinley, how she comes in and makes that that goal. Kenny, I'm sorry, I said Kinley. Kenny, Rachel Kenny.
Upper right corner. That's where you teach them to shoot. Upper right and upper left. Lower right and lower left.
10-10 left in this first half. We're tied at 4. Seesaw game. It was 1-0 C. Milton Wright. 1-1. Then it was 3-1 C. Milton Wright. They went up 3-2. North Harford did. Tied at 3. C. Milton Wright went up by a goal, and now we're tied again.
They're really passing well. I'm just really impressed with both teams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very much so impressed.
Again, not only is it the first game of the year, but they've not had a scrimmage, not had a play day. So
yeah.
to see this quality play.
Their coaches got to be pleased.
And Carol, add to that, they didn't play last year. So if you were a sophomore 2 years ago and you're a senior now and you missed your entire, junior year.
Yeah.
And I feel so badly for those seniors that didn't get to play football or basketball or, the soccer,
Nice pass.
the fall sports.
That's a nice defensive play. She's riding her, but maybe a little bit too tight.
And Carol, no proms again this year, but they are going to have graduations, we're told, at the APG-FCU Center there. It's at the Harford Community College.
Oh, I thought it was going to be at Ripken.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Thank you for correcting me. It's going to be at Ripken.
It's been at APG before that.
That's right. All the graduations
but
are going
this
to be
is
there.
going to be outdoors now, I guess.
Here is another penalty shot coming up for North Harford. Good block there by the goalie, Graham.
Another ground ball pickup by North Harford. So they've got control again in their offensive end. Yeah, I can't remember.
It's outside the penalty circle, so.
Yeah, so she doesn't get it's probably an indirect.
Yeah.
She can't take the direct shot on goal. Yeah, she just passes it.
Coming up on the 8-minute mark left in this first half. Tied at 4. Double team taken away. Down goes down go 3 of the C. Milton Wright players. One over the other.
Didn't realize they were fighting each other.
It will be a North Harford ball. But this has turned around. See, Milton Wright seemed to dominate early. They were controlling the ball. Now it's been North Harford.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Don. North Harford's finally gotten their legs under them.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, look out.
Good defensive play. Well, great job by North Harford to hang on to it.
Good recovery, yeah.
Jody
Yeah,
Caden.
nice shot. That's her.
Was that Caden, number 12? She had the ball.
Yeah, yes, I'm pretty sure. She's coming up here right now.
7:32.
Yeah, number 12.
Sophomore number 12, Jody Lynn Cadden with her first high school goal.
Jody Cadden.
Jody Cadden, yeah.
Sophomore.
Second year soccer player.
4.0 GPA. Too bad. She's such a. It's such a shame.
You know, I tell folks I had a 4.0 and I'm proud of it. I had 1.0 as a freshman, 1.0 as a sophomore. I had come on, Carol. Doesn't that count?
Well, in some games, yeah.
Yeah, that's 4.0. Now, I'm so impressed with, again, the young people who play the sport, keep their grades up. Carol, I don't know about you, but when I was playing sports, it always seemed to do better. You were more focused. You know, you had your practice, but you realized you had to come out and get your work done.
Yeah.
North Harford with its second lead now. They're up 5-4. They led at 1.43. Check it, they led 1.3 to 2. Now they have that second lead at 5-4. Big game for both teams. The first game of the year. Chesapeake Division teams.
Nice catch on a tough play.
Well, it was. But catching that ball at your midsection, that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
You have to collapse the stick. Shot. Good save by the goalie. Recovered again by North Harford. Boy, they are on that ball. That loose ball, they're picking it up.
That could be trouble.
Battle for the ball. It's
North Harford.
North Harford's ball. Boy, it's been in the North Harford offensive end here for the last
I'm sure
5 minutes.
the C. Milton coach is not happy about that.
Faye Brust, the C. Milton Wright coach, talked about her background as an All-American college player.
Well, it's sort of like, you know, when the football team has the ball in their offensive end over and over and over again, defense got to get a little tired.
Yeah.
You know?
Intercepted by C. Milton Wright. Great job.
Number 12.
Number 12. That's that's Kaylin Hetrick, sophomore.
Yeah.
Second year on the varsity.
Nice pass to Castley, Lydia Castley, one of the captains.
Mustangs looking to tie it here. They're down by a goal. Good stop there by the goalie.
And a nice
Morgan
ground ball.
Kilduff. Opportunity for C. Milton Wright goes awry.
Free position for North Harford. Number 10 must have fouled, but she was put behind. Reese Baldwin.
Here come the Hawks. Wait, look at the speed.
Yeah.
They talk about the basketball. Stop the ball. Don't let the ball come down the field. No penalty called. Seems like he slipped down herself. The young lady fixing your hair, Carol. I never had that problem.
I think she was putting her mask and her glasses on.
Yeah. We should mention that they don't wear their mask while they're exerting themselves, but they have to wear the mask when they're on the sideline. All kinds of protocols. That call is going to go against C. Milton Wright.
Yeah, charging call.
Yeah. And again, the similarity to basketball, as our pal Frank Mazzanotti points out. Lily McAteel for, no, I'm sorry, Kristen Schleicher for C. Milton Wright. And Reese Baldwin, number 10, that's the young lady who intercepted the ball.
Yeah.
Here comes North Harford again, up by a goal. Coming up on 3 minutes left in the first half. 5-4, the North Harford lead. It's been a seesaw affair. Biggest lead has been 2 goals. Oh, goal by North Harford. Splitting the middle and making that goal. So I'm really having trouble picking up those gold numbers on the white jerseys. Now 26, I'm told. Thank you. That goal by Rachel Kenny again. My notes are she has now 3 goals. Does Kenny?
She's got a nice offensive move.
3:16 left, and there's that 2-goal lead for North Harford. Matching the 2-goal lead that C. Milton Wright had early.
Yeah.
Been a seesaw affair, Carol.
This could go down to the wire.
And
see what the second half brings.
The guys in the booth, they just root for overtime too, Carol.
Oh, I bet.
They haven't seen an overtime in, well, it's been a year since we've been on air.
That's right. So you know we got to start with one.
Absolutely.
Nice pass inside.
North Harford on the attack again. Diving in. Looks like a foul is going to be called. Now the goal goes in.
And it will not be called then.
That's the continuation play,
yep.
So
yep.
They're going to say that goal will count. Yep, that's Fortune. Kendall Fortune, the sophomore, with the goal. Here comes the replay. You'll see how Kendall comes down the middle.
Yeah, North Harford's doing a nice job. They've really controlled the last 2/3 of the quarter.
Yeah.
Or half.
And it's what Coach Bruss told us, that she's worried about her defense because they're all new. The experience is in the attack area. North Harford's taking advantage of that. Now a 3-goal lead, the biggest lead of the night so far for either team. Inside 3 minutes left in the first half. Blocked away, recovered by North Harford. Setting it up. Officials making a call saying there was probably some kind of obstruction in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be, the defenders cannot be directly behind one another. At least that's what it used to be, and I think that's, oh my goodness.
Collision.
Yeah.
A non-contact sport, they call it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You can't help it sometimes. It's like soccer, not supposed to be a non-contact. Basketball, non-contact. Yeah, tell me about it.
Inside 2 minutes now left in this half. Is this an indirect again, Carol?
No,
it's a direct.
It's direct.
Shot. Blocked away. Boy, senior goalie Sawyer Graham, she has been under fire the entire second part of this first half.
Yes, she has been. She's got control of it now. So.
Oh, great pass. Good job by North Harford to get back. Recovered, picked up by Kristen Schleicher for C. Milton Wright, second year. Headed for the University of Cincinnati.
Nice cut.
And good pass, good reception. KK Bachkowski. KK, fourth year on the varsity. Actually, third year, because she didn't get to play last year through no fault of her own.
Yeah.
Headed for Salisbury. She's going to be a Seagull. That's the nickname of the team.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
In case somebody out there saying, what?
Foul North Harford. Pushing.
Another foul against North Harford.
That's that obstruction call from the goal. It happens there more than any place. Because you got too many people moving, you know.
Lydia Castley. Shot. Castley with a goal.
1 second left. That was it.
Wow, that goal scored just at the last. Did they count it? They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet. It's still 7-4.
The scoreboard, I thought the clock was out, but the horn went off after it went in.
Now they put it up now, 7-5.
Yep, 7-5.
So that goal, remember that one, coming at the 1 second mark left. And I think it was the goal scored by Castley, I think. We'll see if we can get some of these goals at halftime to try to straighten out, see how they score them. 7-5 here at the half, so we'll take a break of this high school game of the week, proudly sponsored by APGFCU, member-owned and member-driven credit union, helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow. Halftime, our score, North Harford leading by 7-5. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment. Well, you didn't miss a thing. We're ready here in the second half. We're about 15 seconds into the second half. It is 7-5 North Harford. The Hawks, Carroll scored the last 3 goals, and then C. Milton Wright came back with that goal. Remember, as the seconds ticked off, the horn blew, and they scored to make it 7-5.
Yeah, and now C. Milton has gotten control of the ball.
Oh, good job of keeping the feet there. Looked like she was trying to fall, but maintained her balance. Katie Roscoe.
Lydia Castley taking the ball down for C. Milton, passing it off.
And remember, they have now changed sides, so C. Milton Wright going from left to right. North Harford defending the goal on your right. C. Milton Wright had a 3-1 lead. North Harford caught up. They were down by 1. Then they scored those 3 goals to go up by 7-4. C. Milton Wright closed to 7-5. We were talking at halftime how pleased both of us are, or impressed we are, with the quality of play.
Absolutely, yeah. For not having any kind of interaction with scrimmages or play days or anything like that, I think both coaches have to be fairly pleased. Nice save by the North Harford goalie.
And that should be Alyssa Edwards. They were going to change goals at halftime, goalies, and Edwards taking over for Kilduff. That shot was by Katie Roscoe, right down at her feet. And we talked about that, Carol, how difficult it is for the goalie.
Very difficult, because you can hardly see it with all the equipment they have to wear. Drop that pass. Now North Harford's got a chance to get the ground ball. Nope.
See Milton Wright recovering. Lydia Castley, you told it, little number 20. She's proving again, this is one of those games, Carol, where size really does not matter. You can be small and be just as competitive as a larger person.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you're small and quick, you can do well in lacrosse.
I'm an old baseball man, so lacrosse was never a sport I appreciated when I was coaching and playing. But I've come to really enjoy the sport.
Yeah.
Oh, great pass, great shot, and no, a
nice
save.
Save, 2 good saves by
Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah, by Melissa. She did a good job on both of those.
Alyssa, the 3.8 GPA student, she played in 2020 for the Under Armour team, so even though she's a sophomore, she's got a lot of experience.
North Harford taking it down into their offensive end. Nice pass.
Great pass.
Whoa, a little too anxious there.
Down in front of the goal. Looks like North Harford's going to have that penalty shot coming up.
Can we see her number?
Looks like 20. Looks like Claire McMahon.
Yeah.
Claire McMahon, a sophomore. Played on the JV in 2019. Of course, as we have said many times, there was no play at all in 2020.
Yeah.
Officials come over and they're conferring. Not sure what that means. It's some sort of a major penalty or why the official was over conferring with the scores table.
Yeah, you don't know.
In any event, McMahon with the ball.
A nice save by the goalie.
Great shot, great save by Sawyer Graham. And here come the Mustangs. all by herself. Looked like Kristen Schleyer. Kristen, I'm sorry, I mispronounced your last name, Schleicher.
Oh, nice
There's
shot.
the goal. That'll make it 7-6 at 21:33.
I'm not sure who that was. One of those small little gals in there in the middle. We get
Here's the replay. Looks like it. Maybe the booth can tell us who was that. It looked like number 5, number 10 it was,
10.
and that's Lily McAtee. Excuse me, I'm sorry, number 10, Reese Baldwin.
Reese Baldwin.
Third year on the squad, headed for Florida Southern. That's a good place to be. So Baldwin makes it 7-6. Seesaw game.
Nice draw. Controlled by North Harford.
Down the field she goes.
And I don't think she wanted to make that throw.
Oh, and coming up with the loose ball and making the goal.
Yeah.
See if we can pick up it is number 8 for North Harford. That's Emma Hopkins.
Emma Hopkins, a senior.
14 goals last year, or actually 2 years ago. 3.5 GPA student headed for Elizabethtown. She's going to become a social worker.
Senior Emma Hopkins with the goal for the Hawks.
So now that makes it 8-6. The Hawks pad that lead.
Yeah, that was a nice heads-up play by her. That shot came off real quick, rebounded.
That goal just coming 11 seconds after Milton Wright had closed to within 1.
Yeah, that's a nice way to answer, right?
Surely was. Battling for the ball, coming away with it, Milton Wright, KK Bechkowski. KK, who plays both attack and midfield, so she's one of those versatile players. Looking for the shot. Just a little bit wide. Lydia Castley with that shot. Penalty going against Milton Wright. It'll be North Harford ball. 20 minutes, 45 seconds left in the contest. We're at Pilesville, North Harford's home game, the first game of the season for both teams. Almost intercepted. Kill that ground ball you talk about.
Oh, it's so important. So important.
Shelby Sullivan, a freshman for Milton Wright, coming up with the ground ball.
Yep.
Come the Mustangs coming through. Good takeaway by North Harford. Recovered by Milton Wright. The Mustangs still with it inside 20 minutes. You can hear that wind in our field mic picking up.
Yeah.
As the temperature slides down into the 50s, started out in the mid-60s.
That's a goal.
That goal went in. The whistle you heard sound, that means it was a penalty, but they let them play on.
Well, maybe.
Clock is still running.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
didn't,
It's a
right?
continuation play. Nope.
So
Obviously, it happened before the shot.
still stays at 8-6, but Milton Wright does have the penalty shot coming up.
Nice stop.
That's
Oh,
Alyssa
it went in.
Edwards again.
Yeah, it bounced off her stick and went in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Looked like.
8-7 now is the score. That's, again, one of those saves, but then the rebound went in.
Yeah.
19-16 left in the contest. Milton Wright with another goal. Not sure who got credit for that goal because it was the shot and then it bounced off.
Next goal by number 5, Katie Rusco.
They're giving Roscoe credit for the goal, the sophomore.
Yeah, she was around there. She's been in a lot of it offensively.
So the Hawks have scored one here in the second half. Milton Wright has scored twice. 8-7 the score. 19-16 left in the game.
Ground ball pickup by number 5.
That's Roscoe again. Boy, she
Roscoe,
is
yep,
she is really, that's your center half, and Carol, you know that. That's the sort of the pivot of your whole team. Mustangs looking to tie here. They were down by 3 goals at one point late in the first half.
And they're doing a good job of taking their time. They're not panicking.
Okay,
Doing a nice job of keeping the ball moving.
We talked about that goal right at the end of the half, how that might come back to haunt North Harford.
Yeah.
You go into the half leading by 3, it's a whole lot different, you know, emotionally. Leading by 3 rather than just by 2. When the Mustangs came out and scored right away to come within 1. Great pass, great shot. Boy, the great assist and a great goal. Hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Is that Roscoe again? I can't see a number, but maybe the PA. And number 1 with the goal, and that is KK Betchkowski,
Yeah.
the young lady we've been talking about. We have a tie score at 18-18.
She's the one headed to Salisbury next year.
Yep. Yep, 8-8 is the score. It's 18-18 left in the contest.
Yeah.
Tim is
crazy eights. Anybody want to play?
Helping me out there. 8-8 with 18-18 left in the game. Or is it 18-18 with, no. It's 8-8 is the score. Boy, what a game, huh?
Yeah.
You know, when we, of course, set these games up, we really have a thought about who the good teams are, and we just hope that they, you know, end up being well matched against one another.
Right, right.
Whistle sounded.
Probably a covering foul there on the defense. Yeah.
See, Milton Wright will have the ball. They put it into the stick of Katie Roscoe. Katie just a sophomore, so if you're thinking, hey, Roscoe, good pass. Intercepted by North Harford. Okay, we talk about momentum, and this certainly is a game of momentum.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
C. Milton Wright had it early, then North Harford came back. Then it was C. Milton, then North Harford. Now it's the Mustangs. They've scored 3 of the 4 goals that have been scored here in the second half. Remember, it was 7-5 at the halftime. Now it's tied at 8-8.
They're looking for a cutter. I'm sure they're trying to get somebody to cut through there. But right now the defense is playing well. Sort of got the lanes covered.
We haven't seen a lot of this slowdown, Carol. It's been sort of rush action during
Run
the
and
game.
gun, yeah. Yeah.
Could be that the Hawks have seen the Mustangs have got the momentum. They want to take the ball and sort of put it on ice for a moment.
Yeah, the old Dean Smith 4 corners kind of.
Folks would remember that before the shot clock in college basketball.
Yeah. Used to be so frustrating.
It was.
You were not a Tar Heel fan.
Was it Phil Smith was the guy? Here come the Hawks and a shot. Oh, what a save. Wow. Sawyer Graham going up on a point-blank shot. That was impressive.
Yeah.
But there's a penalty called, so North Harford will get it right back with a chance to go ahead again.
Yeah. I think penalty was before the shot.
There's the shot and there's the goal. Looking for a number. It is number 10. That's Lily McEntee, the center halfback. McEntee, captain, 4-year varsity player. 4.375 GPA. Whew. I thought 4.0 was perfect, Carol.
Yeah.
So 15:16 is the time left in the game.
She's been on, it looks like she's been on a mission trip with her church, too.
Yeah.
Good for her. Give back.
Yep. So 9-8, the Hawks, the host team, back ahead. Intercepted by C. Milton Wright. Here come the Mustangs. It's Kristen Sliker with the ball.
Nice defense. Look out.
And getting the goal. Wow, you're right. It was great defense, but a little bit better offense.
Yeah.
Is that number 8, I think?
Yeah, she got a step ahead. Emma Hopkins? No.
That's Shelby Sullivan.
Shelby Sullivan, I'm sorry.
Freshman with the goal, and now we're tied again at 9-9. 15:07 left in this contest. This high school game of the week proudly sponsored by the APGFCU, a member-owned, member-driven credit union helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow. 15:07, we're tied at 9. Hawks led by 3 just before the half when the Mustangs made it 7-5.
Harford with the draw, control, moving into their offensive end.
Come the Hawks. Game started at 5:15, so we're coming now to dusk. Lights not making a difference, haven't even been turned on yet.
No. Again, North Harford slowing it down, trying to set up a cutter going through.
Great one-on-one play taken away by C. Milton Wright. Recovered by North Harford. And is that a goal?
Yes,
My
it was.
Goodness.
Yeah, they picked up the bouncing ball and beat the goal. Beat the goalie.
Goal was by number 8. That's Emma Hopkins, senior Emma. And just like that, North Harford goes back ahead at 10-9. 14:24 left in the contest. Hopkins with the goal.
Number 5 coming in for C. Milton for number 12.
Roscoe coming in for C. Milton.
Yeah.
Roscoe has been that spark plug for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
What a seesaw game this has been.
It really has. You have to check the score every time.
Yeah. 1-0 C. Milton Wright and 3-1 C. Milton Wright. Mustangs took a 4-3 lead, then led at 7-4, and finally C. Milton Wright scoring right at the end of the half. See what the referee is calling.
It was something with the head check. The North Harford girl got her glasses knocked off. So, putting somebody behind, yeah, that's the foul.
Tom Brush and Josh Headley done a great job officiating here today.
Kristen Schlaker, senior, was put behind. Yes, they have. They've been no...
That's Lauren Warfield, number 29, with the ball for North Harford. 2019 MVP on this team as a sophomore. Another goal for North Harford.
Yeah, she's right there.
That goal by North Harford's number 11. That's the Kent. It is number 10, we're told now.
McAtee.
Yeah, Lily McAtee. Here's McAtee. You'll see this goal.
Nice move.
Fortune scores for the Hawks.
Oh. It was number 11. Kristen
That is Kendall Fortune.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at the wrong roster.
Well, I'm glad even the guys in the booth are having trouble seeing these numbers. I thought it was just my old eyes, but it's been a year since we've been doing this. Yeah.
See Milton Wright with control of the draw.
Oh, that's a great pass and a great catch. Oh, just missed the goal. That would have been a goal, sort of the one you want to draw up and say, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
A breakaway.
Yeah, that's a shame to have that. So now we have a penalty shot.
Yep, see Milton with down by 2 at 11-9, looking to try to get back into the game here.
13:20 left in the game.
Good
Nice save by North
That's
Harford.
Edwards.
Very nice save by the sophomore, right?
Yes, she is. Alyssa Edwards, a sophomore. Taken away by C. Milton Wright. Open goal. No. The official says, wait a minute.
Yeah, waved it off.
I think they're going to wave that one off. Yep, they're going to say no goal. But Carol, you mentioned before, that's the danger of sort of messing around with the ball in your own territory.
Yeah.
Saved by the fact, and I think it was a good call. It was a hacking of the near the head of the ball.
Yeah. Oh.
Almost taken away, and
Bad,
now it is.
Bad pass. A little bit overshot her teammate.
Katie Roscoe again with the ball. Great passing by Roscoe. Just a sophomore, so you can tell she's played a lot of club ball.
Yeah.
You don't get to be that good.
She's been to camps somewhere, or as you say, club ball during the summer, during the winter.
Just feel so badly for these kids who, were robbed of the ability to play fall and winter. But Roscoe shot, goal. Roscoe at 11:58, and now it's 11:10.
11:10 with a little under 12 minutes left. 11:58.
Watch Roscoe. You'll see on this replay how Carol, she just comes in and beats the defense all by herself.
She's quick.
And no way that shot was going to be stopped. She hit the upper right-hand crease for the goal. Now it's 11:10, 11:58 left in this contest. I keep saying left in the contest. In the regulation, Carol,
Yeah.
I think we're looking at overtime.
Uh-oh.
And here's the good news. They have to play until somebody wins.
Yeah.
So we could be here.
Put somebody on second base?
Yeah, and there's like lights here. We could be here till midnight.
Oh, right. All right. I'm ready. Just somebody go get me a hot chocolate.
Oh,
I don't think the fellas up in the booth are
they're
in
not
favor.
agreeing. They're not agreeing. Yeah. 11:45 and counting left in the game. 11:10 North Harford with a 1-goal lead.
Nice move to goal. Got a flag.
There's the whistle.
Yeah, it was an obstruction call on the defense.
We'll see a penalty shot coming up for North Harford now.
Yep.
Milton Wright scored the last 2 goals. And a goal.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up a number. It is number 10 for North Harford. Lily McAtee with that goal. McAtee, number 10, the senior, a captain, 4-year varsity player, soccer, basketball.
4.375 GPA.
And just to straighten it out, folks like me, old guys like me, it's because they take advanced placement courses, AP courses, which are worth 5.0 going for an A rather than 4.0.
Right.
So it's not like they're cheating. It's like they're working hard in courses that are very difficult.
Yeah.
Me, I worked hard. I worked not so hard in easy courses. It was sort of my theory. Yeah? Carol's just being silent. She's not saying yes or no.
I had a little bit of both.
Here come the Mustangs, down by 2 now.
Last few years, I taught AP European history. I worked as hard as the kids did.
Oh, yeah.
Try to stay ahead of them.
Yeah, because they were the bright kids.
Oh, yeah. And they'd always have a question that, I'd say, why don't you check that out and look it up?
The old teacher trick.
Bring it back and tell us all.
Never ask a question or never make something close. Yeah, that's a good question, Johnny. Why don't you look it up and tell us tomorrow?
Yeah, tell us tomorrow.
Yeah.
See what you found out.
Yeah.
And I'll check too and see if we agree.
we have a moment here with the break. There's really, in lacrosse, there's not a whole lot of break to do, but I'll tell you a Billy Ripken story.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh,
Oh,
great
nice
stop.
save.
That's
Nice
Edwards
stop.
again. See what the penalty is. It's going to be against C. Milton Wright, so. No, it's going to be against North Harford, so C. Milton will get another opportunity. And there's the goal. So 10:06, we are now at 12:11.
Number 11 coming back in for C. Milton, Kristen Schleicher, senior.
Carol, I didn't see. I'm
headed
sorry.
to Cincinnati.
I didn't see who scored that last goal for C. Milton Wright. We were obstructed, and yep, they're saying number 10. Thank you. That's Reese Baldwin. Thanks,
Yep.
Tim. 12:11. We have 10:06 left in the game. Here come the Mustangs. Looking to try to tie this game again. Good defense by North Harford. Shuts them off. Looking for the shot. Foul's going to be called. Clock running, 9:30 and counting left in the game. Chance to tie it. Save.
Nice save. Nice save. Nice pass out, too.
Yep. Alyssa Edwards with that save. Here come the Hawks now with the breakaway. Foul's going to be called. Like Schleicher maybe called for
Yeah, from behind.
contact.
Yeah.
Kind of a break for C. Milton Wright because she had that full head of steam, did the North Harford player.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised they didn't let that play on.
Yeah. Hawks now taking their time, moving it around. Up by a goal. Good cut. Good defense by C. Milton Wright.
Yeah.
Come the Mustangs now looking to try to tie this game again. That's KK Betchkowski. Great pass. Shot, goal. Betchkowski. Looked like it might have been number 20, Lydia Castley for C. Milton, who converted. Here's the replay. We'll be able to see Betchkowski with a great pass.
Yeah, it was. She had her head up, looking for a teammate. Yep, number 20 it looks like.
And that's Castley with the goal. What a great assist. And we are now tied at 12-12 with 8 minutes and 10 seconds and a timeout called. I think that's the first timeout we've seen in play in either half.
Yeah. Absolutely.
12-12.
Yeah. I'm not sure who called it, but maybe North Harford.
What a goal that was. We talked about the goal right at the end of the half where C. Milton scored to go from a three-goal deficit down to 2. That goal right there, that was textbook.
Yeah, it was.
Great pass, great catch on the move, great shot.
It really was. That's
Tied
the
at
way
12.
it's supposed to be played. That's the game of girls lacrosse. You were saying, you know, the differences between girls and boys lacrosse. I think the only two things that I see that are the same is basically the field is pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
And the ball is the same, and the goal cage is the same. Other than that,
You know, boys, it used to be,
there's nothing the same.
back in the day, let's go back 30 years, 25 years, it was rough and tumble in boys lacrosse. It has become much more finesse-oriented, you know, many more plays, much more strategy. So in the old days, you got football players, and, you know, you made them lacrosse players.
Yeah.
Now you get players who are not necessarily, you know, coming from a contact sport. You can get soccer players or other kinds of players who understand the technique.
Yeah, yeah.
Frank Mazzanotti tells me all this. Our buddy is down in South Carolina. He is in Clemson. And, we miss him really, but we're really happy that he's down there. And he's teaching some classes at Clemson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Frank was amazing. He was a real addition to it. I was department chair at Edgewood when he joined us at Edgewood, when he brought the lacrosse program to Harford County, really.
Yeah.
He and the fellow from North Harford up here, John
Grubb.
Ron Grubb.
Yeah.
Frank and John really are the fathers of Harford County lacrosse, as far as I'm concerned.
And help me, the young man at Bel Air who also, I shouldn't bring it up because I'm missing his name now. He was injured in a car accident and was.
Oh yeah.
We'll think of it before, but those three, were just instrumental in bringing lacrosse to Harford County.
Yeah. Good guys.
Oh yeah,
Good guys.
Wonderful. So we're tied at 12 with 8 minutes.
I really learned to appreciate Frank as a phys ed teacher. He was a really, really fine teacher.
Yeah. And kids loved Frank. He was the kind of guy that is just legendary. Hall of Famer at Edgewood High School, as is my partner, Carol Barker.
Well, it's a very nice honor. Somebody thinks that highly of you. But Frank was, there's some stories that I know of kids that were borderline.
Yes.
That, Mr. Mazzanotti was a second father to them.
That's right.
Or they would, and they turned out to be really good young men, really assets to their community. And they'll tell you that, Frank had as much to do with it as anybody.
North Harford working to try to get a shot. Kel, one more thing about coaches. Here's a shot and a goal.
Very lovely.
Wow, that was nice.
That was lovely. That was very well played. They were very patient, took their time. And
it is number 11 scoring the goal for North Harford, and that's Kendall Fortune, the sophomore. Here's the replay. Watch this catch and shot. McAtee with the pass, Fortune with the shot. And so North Harford now goes back up by 1 at 13-12.
That was a lovely play. It really was. They were patient and got the cutter.
Fortune with her second goal of the game. So North Harford goes up again by 1. It's been back and forth. We were talking about coaches, Carolyn. A good coach who is concerned about the kid, not just about winning, has such an influence that lasts a lifetime.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Here comes Roscoe. Foul's going to be called. I mean, you can go back and talk about Dolores Simmons or coaches you had who just had an impact on your life beyond, just a game. Coaches Petty Murdy and Faye Brust, I should say. Faye Brust for C. Milton and Patty Murdy for North Harford. C. Milton trying to tie. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left, down by a goal. Castley looking to try to get the shot off, couldn't get it.
She reminds me of a young gal that I had playing for us at Bel Air when I coached lacrosse. She was tiny like that, very small, very, very fast. Jill Schultz, and Jill she was a great gal, good student, 4.0 student. Okay, we got a tie game.
We have a tie again at 13-13. 5:52.
And Jill was small like that, but she always seemed to be where the ball was. And they would,
Petskowski with that goal. And that ties it again. We're tied at 13-13. I'm looking at my notes here. Let me see. We were tied at 1. We were tied at 3. We were tied at 4. Then North Harford scored those goals and went up 7-5 at the half. We were tied at 9-9. Then we were tied at let's see, we were tied at 12-12, and now we're tied at 13. That looks like 6 ties we've had in this contest.
There goes Castley behind the goal. He's trying to set up a play. Did I hear somebody say OT?
Oh, goal there. That's Milton Wright is taking the lead.
3 minutes overtime.
The booth is asking
And
about
first,
the rules.
Yeah.
That was number 8 for the Mustangs.
Sullivan.
Yeah, that's Shelby Sullivan. Just to help the guys in the booth, I'm told that it's a sudden death overtime, so it could be 5 seconds, basically. Yeah. But they basically continue playing until somebody scores. But the first team that scores, that's the end of the game.
Game over.
So we're told. So Milton Wright now takes the lead at 14-13.
That hasn't been for a while. They haven't had the lead for a while. They've been playing catch-up.
Yeah, they were leading 5. Let's see, they led 4-3, and then North Harford scored those goals at the end of the half. So this is their first lead since they were up 4-3 with 12:10 left in the first half. Interception by.
Yeah, pass was a little bit off the mark. Here comes the Mustangs.
The Mustangs with the ball. That's a young lady we haven't seen in the game. Trying to pick up her number 15. Just missed. That was Olivia Nelson, number 15, sophomore with the ball for Milton Wright. 5 minutes left. Pass, shot, goal. Bajkowski, 4:56, and now it's a 2-goal lead. Here's a replay. You'll see how Bajkowski beats the goalie up high in the net. Boom, and there it is.
Yeah. Castley with the assist.
Milton Wright has now scored the last 3 goals in a row. They were down 13-12, and now they're leading 15-13. And so now it's the Mustangs with the momentum, and North Harford that has to find the answer.
Yeah.
Carol, people tell me that theoretically these are the 2 best teams in the league.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Based on what we know, because they had no teams last year, had no sport, and we don't know a lot. But based on what they have coming back, so the winner of this game could have a long way ahead into winning that UCBAC Chesapeake Division.
I'm not sure what he called there. He called it way back here.
Yeah. Milton Wright ends up with the ball. Boy, North Harford is desperate now. They've got to get the ball.
Yeah.
Down by 2 goals.
That ball gets on the ground. North Harford's got to get it.
Great pass. Great shot. That's Castley.
Yeah.
Wow, what a pass and what a shot.
I think the pass was from Caitlin Hedlick, the sophomore, number 12. I think she's the one that passed it.
4:11 left in this contest. What a turnaround from North Harford being down by 3 goals. Now they find themselves up by 3 goals.
Yeah, they really.
And for North Harford, it's desperation time. They have to turn it around.
Well, they got to get this draw. I mean, if they don't get this draw, I think they're in trouble. There we go. Good job. Now they need a goal to cut that momentum down from. Oh boy.
Bobbled the ball, picked up. That's Bajkowski again. My goodness, what a young player she is. Just a sophomore. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. She is a senior on the team, her 4th year on the team. KK Bajkowski.
Foul on North Harford.
Her name is Caitlin, I'm told, but they said everybody calls her KK. I'm guessing that her middle name must also be a K, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaylin Presley was the foul, committed the foul. She's on the sidelines.
Clock has stopped here at 3:48, so
Yeah.
A major infraction of some kind. And now we're ready to go. See Milton Wright with the ball. But if they can score one more goal, this game is pretty much on ice.
I think so. Yeah, they've got to. North Harford's got to have a stop here and get control of the ball.
And if you're seeing Milton, you don't need to score. Just sort of pass it around. Here's Betchkowski. Great pass. Castley is knocked down, and that'll be a penalty.
Yeah, that's a stick-chick foul.
3:22, and now the clock's still moving at 3:20 and 3:19. Another penalty shot opportunity for Steve Milton Wright. Is that Castley with the ball?
Yes.
Number 20. Waiting for the referee whistle. There it is. And very smartly, she says, no, we don't need to score. We'll back it out here.
Yeah, pull it out and get a good shot.
We'll run some clock. That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I would have shot it, Carol. Come on.
Me too.
Yeah. You don't get any credit for backing it out.
I want to be in the scorebook.
Of course.
And my defense can hold them back for 4 goals. So I'm going to take the shot.
Oh, great pass, and now the goal.
Yeah.
Wow. That looks like number 11 scoring the goal. That's Schleicher for C. Milton Wright.
Yeah.
2:27.
I think that's pretty much going to settle it. I don't know what the final score will be, but I think C. Milton's going to come away with a W.
I don't want to use the term put it on ice because it is getting cold out here.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly.
I don't like to use those. Freeze them out, or, you know, some of those subliminal suggestions make me feel. I'll tell you my Billy Rifkin story. He had the answer to how far it is from home plate to second base. Rachel Tobin, his geometry teacher, asked him to use a formula to come up with it. Well, Billy, of course, didn't do his homework, as he never did. And he called his dad 5 minutes before class from the lunchroom phone. And his dad told him 127 feet, 7 inches, whatever it was. And so Rachel Tobin, the teacher, says, Mr. Rifkin, you were supposed to come up with the answer last night. And Billy very proudly said, it's 127 feet, whatever. And she said, would you like to come to the board and show how you got that answer? And he said, no, my dad told me 5 minutes ago. Billy was honest if Bill Ripken.
Anything to get away from doing a little work. Huh?
Yeah. Bill Ripken is a wonderful man who's now an elder in his church and just a great human being.
Yes, he is. He's really matured.
Yeah. He was a fun young man. And a great major league player. He played 12 years in the major leagues, did Bill Ripken, and in the shadow, of course, of his big brother Cal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the year that, that he, his brother Cal, played for Cal Senior back in 1987, you know, for a few games in '88. Never happened before that 2 brothers played for their father.
Yeah, that's quite an honor.
And waiting
quite
now
a tribute to the family.
North Harford. Is that the goal?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it looks like. Let's see.
Yeah, they're coming back to midfield. Yeah.
It is, so that'll make it 17-15. Or 17-14, excuse me.
1:45 to go. They need They need to control the draw again. North Harford does.
And Carol, while we're while we're talking about the Ripken family, of course, Vi Ripken, the matriarch of the family, passing away a couple of months ago. And
Yeah.
you talk about just a great person who, you know, dedicated herself to young people in the Aberdeen area.
Yeah.
Just the Ripken family. You just can't say enough about what they mean to Harford County.
Yeah, the Aberdeen Boys and Girls Club certainly will miss her.
Yeah. 17-14 with 1:42 left. North Harford now, they need desperately a quick goal. Can't play around with it here. They've got to take the shot.
They got to go.
Minute 30. Dodging, looking to get a shot. Good defense. Underhanded shot. That goal, I think, went in.
It went in.
Is that the...
Yes, it did.
Here's the replay. Let's see. I didn't see who took that shot. It looked like it might have been Warfield. Sort of an underhanded shot.
Yeah.
I couldn't see if it was number 29 in the booth. Were you able to see who scored that? 121. We're not sure who that was, but it's 17-15 now. From being down 17-13, now if they can get the draw here and score again.
Yeah. Could get exciting.
It could. Overtime.
Oh.
Down they go. Oh, and it looks, oh my goodness, hope it's not a knee injury.
They're both
getting up
slowly, but they're getting up.
That was quite a collision there.
Yeah. See Milton with the ball.
So now if the Mustangs can salt it away, notice I didn't say freeze it away.
There's the mistake you want right there.
And North Harford gets it. 1:16. Clock running at 1:15. Hawks have to get the long pass downfield successfully. It's going to be C. Milton Wright ball. No, the referees say, let's stop it. One referee gave the ball to C. Milton. The other comes in and says,
not sure what
yeah, clock is stopped at 1:02. We're going to give it to C. Milton. So with 17-15, North Harford desperate to try to get the ball back. Still C. Milton ball inside a minute, 57 seconds left. Gosh, I hope you've enjoyed this game as much, Carol, as you and I have.
Yeah.
This has been so good.
It has been a very, very fine girls lacrosse game. For the first game of the season for both teams, excellent.
Mark Service, our director.
Excellent cutting, excellent play.
So happy that Harford Cable Network was able to pick up the option to be able to televise these games. We have 13 games we have here in the spring.
And 8.
And Tim on audio. See, Tim never likes to take credit for anything, you notice? Dennis on graphics. Kevin on camera. Mark on camera. John on camera.
Left.
And Tom on camera.
Two goal deficit for the Hawks. Mustangs up 2.
7 seconds left. I'm sorry, the booth are making sure they get credit for being
well,
here.
they should. They're good guys.
They're great guys. 4 seconds left in the game. It looks like C. Milton Wright.
And we thank APG Federal Credit Union, too.
We're going to talk about them here just in a moment, Carol. Thank you for reminding me. 4 seconds left in this contest.
It's nice that the businesses in Harford County support our kids.
C. Milton Wright will get the win here. There's the final horn, and it is the Mustangs winning the game. A final score of 17-15. We were tied at 13 at 5:52, but North Harford is unable to match C. Milton Wright, and the Mustangs win it by 17-15. We congratulate the C. Milton Wright Mustangs.
Well, both teams. Congratulate both teams. It was well played. You know, there's things that both coaches, I'm sure, will work on between now and the next game. But for the first game of the season, they got to be pretty pleased with their kids.
Oh, no question. And what an exciting game it was. Momentum filled, where one team would get the momentum and then back and forth.
Nobody really ran away with it. It was back and forth until the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. It was, you know, not sure who was going to win it.
And Carol, you mentioned APG. Let's talk about APG SCU.
Oh, geez.
My goodness, we're being attacked here by people are throwing cameras at us. Oh, high school game of the week, proudly sponsored by the APG FCU, a member-owned and member-driven credit union, helping families in Harford County achieve, prosper, and grow. Are you okay? Somebody's hitting us with a camera there.
I know.
We'll be
I didn't know what happened. I thought there was an earthquake happening.
Oh, Carol Barker, thank you so much. It's been my great pleasure to be with you here at North Harford. The final score is 17-15, C. Milton Wright winning. We'll be back again. Gosh, we've got sports all spring long, so hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned all spring as we bring you high school sports on the Harford Cable Network. Carol Barker, final comment about the game?
Well, as I said, I think both coaches are, you know, they have things to work on between now and their next game, whenever that is. But for the first game of the season, the offense looked good on both ends. Defense is always harder to work in lacrosse. Defense takes a little bit longer to come together. So with a, you know, I guarantee you that both defenses will be a little bit better as the season goes on. But nice night for a game, and it was a good game.
It was. It couldn't have been better. So glad to be back with sports in Harford County. And,
Amen.
And being on the air as well. Our final score again, 17-15. The C. Milton Wright Mustangs win it over the North Harford Hawks. They go to 1-0. North Harford 0-1. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don Morrison, Carol Barker saying,
see you next time.
See you next time.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, Carol.